Imagine for a second that you have an incredible superpower, knowing exactly what women like and what they truly desire deep down in their hearts. So, how would you use this power? You might think that you'd finally understand everything about what they want. But let me tell you something, having this power could end up leaving you even more confused. The truth is that, even though women have desires and wishes, there are many things they will hardly ever say or ask directly from a man. That's right. Around 80% of what they truly dream of or expect remains a secret. Not because they want to hide it, but because, many times, it's something they prefer men to figure out on their own. And that's where I come in. In this video, I'm going to reveal 7 things that women like the most and that they probably will never ask for. These tips will open your eyes and help you understand a little more about what really matters to them. And look, I can guarantee that the 6th thing will really surprise you. So, if I were you, I'd stay until the end of the video to discover each of them. Ready to understand the mysteries of the feminine heart better? Let's get started. The first thing a woman wants in a man is for him to be unpredictable. You know, that guy who always surprises, who makes her heart race and brings new emotions. Well, that's the kind of man who sparks passion. Now, think of the opposite of that. A guy who is always the same, does the same things, takes her to the same places, says the same words. Basically, a little monotonous, right? Over time, that becomes boring, and interest fades. So, if you want to make a woman crazy about you, you need to break out of the routine and do unexpected things. If she feels like she knows exactly what you're going to do or say, the magic starts to fade. And of course, she won't tell you this. You'll notice it through signs. She'll ignore you, keep you waiting, or seem uninterested. Sometimes, she might even disappear out of nowhere. If she stops responding to your messages, it's a sign the interest is gone. And don't insist. An interested woman will give clear signals. She'll reach out to you, without pride or playing games. So, if you sent a message and she didn't reply, move on. The second thing women really want is a man who knows how to listen. Learning to listen for real is super important. Everyone knows that women like to talk, right? Since they were little, they learn to express what they feel. So, talking is part of their way of being. The problem is that many men don't stop to truly listen. But here's the secret. The more attention you give to what a woman is saying, the better she'll feel with you, and that increases her attraction to you. Now, you must be wondering, what does it mean to really listen? That's where the difference between active listening and passive listening comes in. In passive listening, the person pretends to listen, but their mind is somewhere else. Active listening is different. You really pay attention, ask questions, look into her eyes, and show that you're interested in what she's saying. This kind of attention is incredibly powerful. So, try listening actively the next time you talk to a woman. You'll see how this small act makes a huge difference. The third thing women want is a man who isn't overly respectful. Sounds strange, right? But let me explain. Many men make the mistake of treating the woman they want to conquer like they would treat a sister or a friend, always being super careful and polite, like in romantic movies. Yes, respect is super important, but if you want her to feel attracted and interested in you, you need to know how to create a different connection, be a little more bold and fun. Instead of always following the good guy rules, show with actions and light teasing what you really want. That makes all the difference. I'm not saying you should be disrespectful or rude, of course. But when a man is excessively respectful, he places the woman on a pedestal, and ends up coming off as just a friend or a good guy. To conquer her, the secret is balance. Be affectionate, yes, but also play around in a fun way and show your bolder side. That creates the spark that keeps her interested. The fourth thing women desire is a man who knows how to dress well. Imagine you meet an amazing woman. She takes care of herself, always has her hair done, nails done, takes care of her body, studies, works, and has big goals. Then, when you arrange a date, you show up in a sports team t-shirt, shorts, and flip-flops. Do you think she'll feel attracted? Probably not, right? So, learn to dress well. Investing in your appearance is almost like a boost when trying to win someone over. And don't worry, you don't need to spend a lot or wear designer clothes. But by dressing up and showing that you care about your appearance, you'll stand out from the majority. The fifth thing that women like is a man who knows how to be in control. Do you know what one of the big female fantasies is? A man who knows what he wants and makes decisions with confidence. Women love it when the man is in charge of the situation, whether it's on a date or in the small daily choices. So, the next time you go out with a girl, take the initiative. When you walk into a restaurant, for example, choose where to sit. Say something like, "Let's take that table over there." This kind of attitude exudes confidence and makes her trust you even more. Many men do the opposite. They let the woman control everything, from where to go to what to eat or buy. Over time, they end up seeming more like sons than partners. But be careful. Once a woman sees you as someone without assertiveness, it's hard to change that image. So, show that you know how to be in control, and she will feel more attracted and secure with you. The sixth thing that many women desire, but rarely ask for, is for the man to dedicate himself to their pleasure in a more attentive way, especially when it comes to oral sex. For many women, this part of the intimate moment is essential, but not just as a quick act before moving on to something else. They truly appreciate it when the man gives himself fully to the moment, without hurry, completely focused on them and their pleasure. Unfortunately, some women feel that men do this just as an obligation or as something to be done quickly before moving on. This makes the experience lose some of its magic and the deep connection that could exist between the couple. What they really want is for the man to perform oral sex with genuine pleasure, without rushing, with the intention of pleasing and giving pleasure, focusing on what really matters to her. When a man dedicates himself to a woman's pleasure in this way, without worrying about time or what will happen next, he not only provides immense pleasure but also strengthens the emotional connection between them. This creates a sense of trust and care that is much more than just the act itself. By doing this genuinely, the man shows that the woman is valued and that her pleasure is a priority. This simple gesture of dedication can create a much more intense and profound attraction. Finally, the seventh thing you must do to win a woman over is learn to say no when necessary. It may sound strange, but one of the things women really appreciate is when a man knows how to set boundaries. Often, women test men, whether consciously or unconsciously, to see how far he will go and to ensure that she is with someone who has confidence and firmness. These tests can include asking for things that are difficult or even absurd, just to see how the man will react. Many men, in an attempt to please, end up saying yes to everything, becoming what we call a doormat. They do everything the woman wants without questioning, hoping to win her heart. But the truth is, women don't like men who just bend to their every whim. They like to be cared for, but they also value those who know when it's time to say no and maintain their own limits. Showing that you have opinions, respect for yourself, and that you're not afraid to refuse something when necessary is very attractive. It shows that you are independent and confident in yourself, which is much more appealing to a woman than just doing everything she wants. So, remember, pleasing is important, but it's also essential to know when to stand your ground and say no. This balance is what creates a healthier, and certainly more attractive relationship. So, did you see how small gestures can make a big difference in winning over and keeping a woman's interest? Remember, being unpredictable, knowing how to listen, showing confidence, taking care of your appearance, being in control, dedicating yourself to her pleasure, and knowing how to set boundaries are key points for you to stand out. It's not about being perfect, but about showing who you really are in an authentic and attractive way. If you liked these tips, don't forget to leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content and share it with your friends who can also benefit from these tips. See you in the next video.